Howdy and welcome back, everybody. My name is Doug from Digital Currency Traders. Thanks for being here. This is a live stream. So if you are on this live stream, click on the chat on the side and let me know that you're here and that the sound is working properly, and we'll get diving into things. I want to talk about something that's foundational for everybody's financial success, including my own, is the four legs of the financial chair. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the difference between the AltSeason Copilot and the Pro Alerts, and I want to dig into that and show you the logic of our machine so that when we go on to the other three legs of the financial chair, that this is going to make more sense for us. So in the last few live streams, we're going to start off every live stream with a bit of a background on the copy trading account that is showing the percentage gains right there above my head. And then on June the 6th, we went over from 1 inch to Ethereum. We went over the charts. We went over FET to MTL on June the 7th, more on June the 8th, and yesterday we did another batch of them so that we've got all of those covered as a base. And what I'll be doing from now on is talking about what's changed from there. So if you are on the live stream, give me a thumbs up or say hello on the chat to let me know you're there. Pardon me. So in today's live stream, we're going to go over the foundations, whether we should be in cash, Bitcoin, or altcoins. We'll look at Bitcoin dominance, and we'll talk about the logic of trading the altcoins this way. So the logic of our machine is based on this premise, where we are either going to be holding fiat currency, Bitcoin, and sometimes we're going to go into altcoins. And that's what the AltSeason Copilot does, is tells us which coins to get into and which ones to get out of when we're going from Bitcoin into altcoins. All right, so then let's go back a step. I want to talk about the copy trading account background, because what we're looking at here in the chart down below is the percentage gains and the dollar profits from this copy trading account. And it started off with nothing. I started it with zero, and I started talking about the BitGet copy trading. People joined up, and over about a year, maybe 18 months, I ignored it. And when I logged in, I had $352. So I took that money and I searched all the charts, and I used more than just the EMAs and anyway, I went into the on balance volume to see that there had been a whole bunch of buying volume in this token, Bake token. So I purchased that, and much to my profit, it went way up, and I grabbed some really great profit on that. It went from $352 to over $2,500. And now we're back to about 18 and change. And so what I'm doing is tracking through, growing that, and following our plan to become a millionaire. So if we double our money just once per year, it'll take us 7 years to become a millionaire if we are adding $20 per week to this. If we are starting off with a $1,000 balance and then we double that money once each year, it'll take us 10 years to make $1 million. So our trading account went from $350 to $1,800 now, and we'll continue to track it now and try to double this every year. So this stream is a do and show model where I'm doing it and I'm showing you what I'm doing as we go through it. So let me now go to the AltSeason Copilot and dig into what is the AltSeason Copilot. This is what Chandra does every day. She looks at the charts, she goes through the EMA crossovers, and she puts the color code from the chart onto our spreadsheet here. Then our spreadsheet adds them all up and gives us a chart day by day so that we can see how that is progressing over time. A few days ago, I was talking about the pie chart up in the top corner, and I was talking about how we were expecting to see the holds reducing, the alerts reducing, and that Bitcoin dominance was going to go up. And sure enough, we got all those exits that I was kind of hoping I wasn't going to be correct on. So let's go back so I stay on track here. We've gone over the logic of cash, Bitcoin, or altcoins. We've gone over a little bit of the AltSeason Copilot. Now I want to go into the charts. Not yet. First of all, we have the AltSeason Copilot and we have the Pro Alerts. Now I want to do a little bit of difference between the two of them. The AltSeason Copilot does the color coding this way to give us when to enter and exit. The Pro Alerts gives us the wrong screen. The Pro Alerts gives us more detail. It gives us the entry and the exits. It takes care of stage one of the trade for you, where the AltSeason Copilot just tells you which coins you need to do stage one of the trade work on. Because it brings everything together into a daily action matrix. And these are the coins you need to go and take a look at and decide whether or not you're going to put an alert on this yourself or buy into it yourself, or if you're going to exit this yourself at this level where it is. So the AltSeason Copilot is drawn into the website so that all the data is drawn into the website every day, and we have the daily action matrix so that you can just pull this up. You can see what happened yesterday, you can see what happened today, and you can just spend a few minutes every day going through this, and you're caught up on everything. You don't have to scan all the charts because our system is doing it for you. And it's really great because it's like having that objective trading advisor. You're looking over their shoulder to see what they're doing. You can go to the charts and you can use the trading plan to compare against to see if you are doing your trade according to the trading plan the same way. So the Pro Alerts has an area in the website too, but it's a lot more detailed. So when we go into the today page, we can see that we had these specific markets close. So we can open this up and we can see where this one closed at 68% profit. Near apparently closed and open profit and loss was 5% on this one. To double check. Oh, there was two near positions open, and the other one was opened up 35%. This is alt versus BTC price, and what we'll see in the so we still measure it versus US dollar as well. So here's today's detail. Here's yesterday's detail. So you can open up and see I had an alert for audio. It came up and tagged us in. And then it came back and wicked us out and closed that trade. So, or maybe I did something wrong. 28 and it came back to 26 and kicked us out. So our data is drawn into the website differently for each of the levels of trading that you're doing. So if you're doing the AltSeason Copilot, it's just gives you the basic color coding. If you're doing the Pro Alerts, it gives you all of the details, the entries, the exits, and everything, and notifications and all that as well. So that's a look inside the machine. Now I want to go back and take a look at Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance and take a look at those charts to see where we are. So Bitcoin dominance, unfortunately, I was expecting that rise as we saw Bitcoin dominance breaking these patterns. Clear off all that stuff. So now that Bitcoin dominance is up where it is, I still have to always watch for Bitcoin dominance to top out and come down. So Bitcoin dominance has been a real pain to try to trade for the last year and a half because it's been on an uptrend since September of 2022. So in September of 2022, it's definitely better to have put your money into Bitcoin and just left it there rather than trying to get into the alts every time Bitcoin dominance made a top formation. Top formation, top formation, top formation. So every time it makes a top formation, our system looks to find the coins that are crossing sooner or before everything else, trying to find those early movers. So I was able to make a really great profit through this period of time as Bitcoin dominance went down just this little bit by being prepared for those early movers. So this is where Bake Token made a great move. I made some great profits on AGIX and Dogecoin. There was a few of them that really made some nice pumps there. So we have to stay ready and watching, and we have to stay objective to each of the coins, because some of the coins go where the whole rest of the coins don't go. And we just can't be biased on the whole group because Bitcoin dominance is going one specific direction. So that's why the AltSeason Copilot is still handy. Even though I use the Pro Alerts for trading, I look at the AltSeason Copilot because it gives me this overall trend view that I can see inside which are the coins that I should be holding anyway, even though everything else is pulled back. And then I can see the group of coins that are the most likely to give me the best clean entries, this group of partial hold status coins. So it's a really handy tool. Now, back to where we are. We've gone over Bitcoin dominance, and that it's a top formation, and I have to keep watching for it to top out and come down, and I have to keep watching all of the altcoins for them to do an exactly opposite pattern to this. This is the altcoins versus BTC price, where as everything's coming down and making this trend line, I have to keep watching all the way along for it to break that trend line anytime. So as the alts are sorting themselves out, there will be some of the coins that came down and they did a bottom formation just like this, where they are now lower than the March support levels. They are lower than the November support levels. So there's a group of coins that came down, and then they came down, and maybe even some of them have broken down to new lows. But then there's a different group of coins. They came down in November, they did some juice, then they came back, and some of them have broken down below, and some of them have held above. So the group of coins now that have held above any of the prior support are more my favorites, because I feel that they've got just more investor support in them. And we can see that by going through all the alts. And actually, you can see it when you go through them pretty quickly, especially if you put up Bitcoin in the background. Flip this back over. And then we can start to see look for the coins that are holding above the support and resistance from the past. This could do a 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I'm just looking for the coins that have held support and resistance from the past. So here's one that's holding pretty good. Not bad. Not as good. This one's much better. So that it's held up above these levels. This is where I want to watch for any kind of 1, 2, 3 formation to set up in this coin. As this chart gives me a 1, 2, 3 formation and the break of the downtrend line, it goes into our system. And then our system will pick this up again here. The Pro Alerts will probably pick it up here, but the AltSeason Copilot is slower, and it's going to wait for the 4-hour to cross, and it's going to wait for the 12-hour to cross before it gives us the signal again. So the Pro Alerts will try to snipe this at this bottom formation, but the AltSeason Copilot is a lot slower, and it's just for the trend and not trying to work like this. You got to be a pro. You got to have the time. You got to be in there to watch this, or you got to have it follow the copy trading so that you don't have to do it. It just follows along with the copy trading. So there's the basics of the system right now. What I'm looking for in the alts as I've gone through, and I talked through all those in the last 4 live stream videos. We went through all these charts so that you can check them all out there yourself. And what I want to do now in these streams is to focus on today. So I'll come up and say, this is what closed, this is what our alerts were. Then it's all going to be kind of after the fact. I'm not going to do it live. I'll go through the charts, and I'll go through, update the spreadsheet. And then when I do the live stream, I'll just do whatever came through here today. And then later in the live stream, I'm going to spend more time going through the 4 legs of the financial chair. So the trading system itself is one leg of the financial chair, and it should take no more than 20 minutes a day. Some days an hour, but really if you're doing it correctly, your money should be watching the charts and not you. You should be doing something else. And so I go through the charts, I set it up on the spreadsheet, and then the spreadsheet watches the charts, and I'm off doing something else. I'm talking about building revenue streams using artificial intelligence tools, and that's going to be really cool too, because I'm going to be using ChatGPT to look at every single one of these charts every single day and compare and give us a report. And actually, it's going to start taking care of the spreadsheet and doing it on our behalf. And I'm learning to do that, and I'll be talking about that in the live stream as we go ahead. So the story for making a revenue stream, the revenue stream, first of all, you should be working for money, and you should find a way to turn your work so that your work is working for you after you've done the work. So this is what I'm doing with this live stream for. I'm doing the trading, so that's my work. And my work will work for me because I'm setting it up so that my money is working for me, right? That's how I make the money out of trading. And then now, by telling the story of how I'm doing the trading and showing you what I'm doing in the trading, the revenue stream will come in from YouTube. It'll come in from my memberships for the website. It'll come in from a number of different areas. And I'm going to talk about all those different revenue streams that you can set up just as easily as I can. And I'm going to show you how to set up your first product so that you have the third and the fourth leg of your financial chair set up. The first leg of your financial chair, just to review, is you working for money. The second leg of your financial chair is your money working for money. That's the AltSeason Copilot or the Pro Alerts. The third leg of your financial chair is that your work should be working for you while you're doing something else. So by doing this video, that turns my work into something that's working for me by teaching you what I'm doing. The fourth leg of the financial chair is setting it up so that my work can make you money. You can talk about the AltSeason Copilot and you can get a referral earnings, monthly referral earnings for as long as the person stays in the AltSeason Copilot. So if you started to journal about your experience using the AltSeason Copilot and liked it, other people would click through that and you could make revenue soon, very quickly. I think you refer 2 people, and I don't know, I have to check what I've got for referrals set on there. But if you're referring a bunch of people, I will kick up your income revenue from it so that it's worth your while to talk about the AltSeason Copilot. It's worth it for me as well. So we'll talk about all of those more often in the stream and less about the trades themselves. So I'll do all the spreadsheet updates, then I'll report on them here. We'll talk about where the money is coming in every day for this project. How much is this project making as the third leg of my financial chair? How much is the membership making? How much is my YouTube making? How much am I making on Medium? What other revenue streams? How much am I making from referring people to exchanges? And that's one that I didn't do a lot of in the past, and I should have done more because it makes money regularly. So that's it for this stream. I don't want to go on too long. I can't solve the world in just one stream, but I just want to keep you guys updated and start going through setting up the whole machine so that you can follow along too. You can go into each of these videos and follow along with what I talked about in all those chart patterns. You can go and join for free for 7 days, get everything, go through it all, cancel your membership, and then work it on your own. You can follow along and become an author for digital currency traders, and we'll help you earn money on Medium by writing about your trading and your experiences. And that's it for today. I will do another one tomorrow, and I'll continue the story. I'll add on more about the trades that we're actually doing, and then more about the revenue streams. Thanks for being here. I appreciate your audience. I hope this is helpful for you as well. Trade safe and keep those losses small.